What's going on, guys? Ugh. What's going on, Stark Wolf? Thank you for coming back. I don't know if you caught any of the stream from yesterday, but since No Man's Sky Next is coming out, I'm really wanting to like knock out these the story mode and stuff so that I can move on. Have everything ready for this next update. So, what's going on, Remus? Welcome back to the chat. What's going on, buddy? Panda Expanda? Hell yeah, dude. It's pretty awesome. You know, I've not to this day come across a multi-tool better than the one I already have. Which is weird because my multi-tool that I currently have is an S-class multi-tool. And this originally was not an S-class multi-tool. It's just after one of the patches in 1.2, it just all of a sudden was S-class, 24 slot. And I was like, fuck yeah, just roll with that. So, never had to get another multi-tool and replace or anything, which is pretty cool. So. Sword the Horde in the house. What's going on, Sword, man? Welcome back to the chat, as always. Showing love, showing love. Stark says, I didn't catch the first half. Ah, you rapscallion. Alright. So, Specialist Polo says, tremors echo through the multiverse, friend. Reality quakes. Have engulfed 80 dimensions since breakfast. You are lucky we found you. So should we talk to Polo about the simulation? I want to talk about 16. Let's talk about 16. No, friend. Don't talk about it. No, we're going to talk about this, Polo. We are anomalous. We have amazing anomaly station, yes. But we are still fabricated beings. We, not like you, we. Talk of nature brings pain, bring danger. But trust we know, friend, trust we cry with you, that we will be with you, always, no matter the danger or cost. You are friend. Cool, cool, cool. I want to know what's back there. What you got, Nada? You got anything to say? Everything cool? Man, that's heavy. We almost die someday. We almost die soon, but we must not go without a fight. That got dark. The Atlas acts prematurely, shutting down simulation after simulation in its terror and panic. Before the final interface, before the center, spend time with the Atlas, complete its path. We must remind it of the joy of creation. I wish I could talk to empty benches right now. He has a much deeper understanding of the lore than I do. But the storyline's getting kind of juicy. Huh. Did not mean to do that. All right, guys. So here's where we're at. It says the Atlas is dying. It wants me to reset it, to plunge myself through its interface at the center of the galaxy. But to do may reset this world, my life, all that I know. I do not know if I can do it. So here's my thing. I like being in the Euclid. I don't want to go anywhere but Euclid. I don't care about the other galaxies. Do any of these affect whether or not I stay in the Euclid? Like, based on me saying I want to stay in the Euclid, which one should I pick? Do I seek the final interface, complete the Atlas paths, or just continue exploring the galaxy? Remus says, go to Eisenton. No. What I do want to do, though, Remus, like, honestly, in another account, or maybe in permadeath, I want to start a separate save, and I want to go through the different galaxies. But on my main account, since pretty much most of the population that plays No Man's Sky is in the Euclid galaxy, that's where I want to remain for obvious reasons. So I kind of just want to stay in Euclid, at least on this account. I may go somewhere else in another account. Starkwolf says explore. Remus says that doesn't affect the galaxies. Yeah, Euclid is overrated. It might very well be, man. Remus, I don't really see a reason to go to the other galaxies. I just don't. Remus, I don't like Lush Planets that much, man. If I'm being real, they're cool to look at every now and again, but I'm not the biggest fan. See how close that the anomaly is to the planet? You guys ever seen one that close? Like, No Man's Sky kind of ruined it for me when it came to the Lush Planets. So in the original release of the game that I played back when it came out, one of my favorite things that I enjoyed the most was when I would visit all these dead, fucked off planets. Like, they wouldn't have any trees, they wouldn't have any life, they were completely barren. If you didn't have the right resources when you arrived, you may not find resources there to get off. That sort of, I liked that. I felt like I was really surviving. I felt like I was really exploring. Then, people started to say, oh, well, there's not enough variety. I don't see enough life, whatever. So then they made it more likely to come across planets that, have fauna and flora and stuff like that. And for me, it took away the joy of discovering that after 10 warps and 30 planets, I lost that.
Orbital station coordinates received.
Sword says it's because he's lonely in Eisenton. Remus says Daniel Hipley's in Eisenton. Yeah, I mean, undoubtedly there's probably cool people there, I don't doubt that one bit. Ah, no fuel. Okay. Gotta make a warp cell. Can't we just buy goddamn warp cells? Please, for the love of God, let us buy warp cells in this next update.
Technology recharge.
Stark says, I love those Dead Planets too. No music in those either. Yeah, man, it felt like super alone, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really felt like you were somewhere foreign and alien. And even Sean Murray said that, you know, he loved that about No Man's Sky, like that, the sort of loneliness of it. You know, I've always maintained that No Man's Sky, just as far as long-term evolution goes, it needs, like, some sort of multiplayer and shit like that. But for me, it's not a play style that I necessarily need. I can meet up with friends right now in the game, but I don't. So it's like you know, I think it'll be healthy for No Man's Sky to have it, but I don't particularly have any interest in it. Love the colors in this system. Holy cow. What's going on, Bacon Pancakes? Welcome back to the Hidden Panda Show. Thanks for jumping in the chat. Bacon Pancakes says Dead Planets on launch were my favorite. God, thank you. I feel like my true like compatriots are here right now. Dead Planets were great in the previous version of No Man's Sky. I wouldn't go back to the previous version of No Man's Sky permanently. Like, I like the version that we have. You know, I'm not hating. I'm just saying that, you know, the previous version, to me, when it came to the planets that I like, was better. But it just kind of, a lot like our own universe, right? Like, there's just a bunch of rocks out there. And then every now and again, you might come across a planet that's got some cool shit on it. And I want that, you know. Then it feels like you've really discovered something, right? Yeah, what's up with Bacon Pancakes? What's up with snow planets having all of the life, dude? Like, they have all of the trees and everything else, you know. Ennis McKendrick did say in the GDC conference that whenever you change a small input in No Man's Sky, a lot of outputs change and you can't predict them. So you don't know, like, once everything is sort of, I guess, I don't know if extrapolated would be the right word, but let's just say that it is. Once everything sort of extrapolates outward, then, you know, they don't have any control as to what effect that might have. So I think that when they changed planets and terrain for 1.3, it essentially broke Lush Planets. And hopefully, you know, they get that fixed for this next update. Because I do like Lush Planets, I just don't like to see them so often. But when I do see one, I want it to be awesome, you know. Oh, Sword points out something really good. So, Bacon Pancakes, me and you have something in common, buddy. We're one of the few people out there whose entire handle can be illustrated with emojis. So, for me, it's the bamboo emoji and the panda emoji. Literally makes up my logo. Particularly my old logo, if you guys remember what that one looked like. So, by the way, the new logo that I've been using was made by Lily Hop of the NMS Cafe. So, you know, that was really cool for her to throw that together, and she does a lot of cool art, like custom art and like No Man's Sky related stuff. So if you guys are ever interested, and you know, if for your own YouTube channels or, you know, amino communities or whatever it is that you guys want to do, hit up Lily. You know, she'll help you out on the low. So, you know, as far as like custom graphics and like logos go that are like unique, that, you know, are well done, I would definitely hit her up. I'm really liking mine, so. Sword says, Remus, if you come back, I'll help you get up to speed, buddy. Oh, yeah. So Remus says, the thing is, if I get tired of Lush Planets and Eisentem, the Lush Planet multiplayer only affects yellow star systems. I also like the Thamium Fests that are on dead planets. Yes. Yep. We got Noah in the chat. What's going on, Noah? Noah says, hey, Panda. What's up, bud? Yeah, Bacon Pancakes. The dead planets back in the day had tremendous amounts of Thamium 9. My old base was in the perfect system. I had my base was on a radioactive planet. Outside my radioactive planet was this giant, huge, biggest planet I've ever seen in the game. Giant, just totally dead planet. Nothing on it. Literally nothing on the planet except Thamium 9 and plutonium. Like giant quantities of it. It was insane. And I had an exocraft geobay there, and I would drive around in the exocraft and just literally stack up on Thamium 9. And then in that same system, I had a Lush planet. So I had a hot planet, a cold planet, a Lush planet, a dead planet, and a radioactive one. It was perfect. Every resource I needed, right there in that one system. Got Peter Enstrom in the chat. What's going on, dude? Welcome back. Remus says, how much are her commissions? I don't want to say, because depending on what you're having her do is going to affect how much, you know, she'd charge. It depends on how complicated it is. Mine was very simple. So it's just the Hidden Panda show and then a panda on the P, and the side of the, you know, the leg that makes the P is a bamboo stalk. So mine was fairly simple. I've seen her do much more complicated ones. I don't know if you guys have seen Infinite Gamer's channel, which make sure you subscribe to that. He's a new YouTuber, and she did Infinite Gamer's logo. So not his title in his videos. I want to say the title was done probably by a Robot Boy, possibly, but Infinite Gamer's actual logo was made by Lily, who's one of the leaders at the NMS Cafe. So seriously, check it out. And Lily's just great people. But I would hit her up. I would say that for, you know, probably $50. I mean, for a unique logo that in different formats and different sizes for different banners, YouTube, Twitter, you know, everything else. And there's more things that would probably go with that. But I'm just throwing that out there as like an average. Could be quite a bit less. Like I said, it just depends on it, you know, exactly what you're trying to have done. So. Alright. Stark says, Panda, you are describing a similar setup to what I had at my old planet. That dead planet was my fuel stop. Exactly, dude. Oh my god, dude. You guys today, right now, in the chat, like, we are of the same birth, dude. Like, for real. Alright, so let's go on here with the story. I was born with everything I needed to explore these worlds. My exosuit, my ship, every tool, and every impulse led me to scan and give name to whatever I could find. But this, I can give no name to what I see. Within the orb, I see worlds that never were. I see the stirring of something primal and, what does that say? Undeniable? I'm sitting kind of far from the TV. My eyesight's not the greatest. I see the death cry of a god, or something approaching it. It wants me to persist in this journey, seeking fragments of its interface. The stones of the Atlas, it rejoices in my repetition, my compliance, my cloud of unknowing. Huh. I think I have Rosetta Milestone. Let's try. I will commit myself to the voyage in all things. I am ready. I will not falter. Bam. Cool. Source says, Panda, bro, you got to get busy. 80 hours just got S-Class Freighter on my new PSN save, bro. Dude, for real. I need to have a system like you do, Sword. Like, I need to have a trade route in between while I'm waiting for farms to be able to reharvest them. So I need to harvest a farm and hit a trade route, harvest another farm, hit a trade route, go back to the first farm, do that thing, so on and so on. I'm happy with the freighter that I got, though. I don't necessarily need an S-Class. Like, I'm not in a rush to find one. But if I happen to come across one, I'm copping it. Alright, we got a decaying nuclear planet over there. You guys know radioactive planets are probably my favorite of all time, ever. I hope that's going to be a good-looking planet. Exactly, bacon pancakes. You basically had a perfect system set up, dude. Exactly. And if I'm a little bit delayed on the chat, guys, that's because, you know, I'm playing the game and trying to read the chat at the same time. I don't like when the chat pops up on the side of the screen. I do that from time to time, but it's my least favorite. Like, so I try to read it off my phone. So I have to look away from the screen to read it, and then I get behind on the chat a bit, so. If you left a comment like, you know, 30 seconds ago and I'm just now reading it, that's why. Hey, what's going on, Semtex? Just noticed you in the chat, dude. Welcome back. Have you been having fun streaming with Sword? You guys, the last time that I was in the chat when Sword was streaming, you guys were cracking up. It was awesome. That was one of the funnest streams I've seen in a long time. Should I get Plutonium? Yeah, let's get Plutonium. Hell yeah, Noah. Sword hooked you up with a S-Class Spaceball? See what kind of tech I can find. Nothing I want. But goddamn. Hell yeah, we got Wizard 3032 in the chat. What's going on, Wizard? Good to see you around, dude. Ooh, the chat got away from me. We got You Are Godsmacked in here. What's going on, You Are Godsmacked? Remus says, the thing that I love about No Man's Sky player groups is that you could just show up and they will accept you. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. That is very true. Now, I think it was you, Remus, who sent me a message about, you know, people being overly anxious about multiplayer. I do agree with that, with the PvP aspects of it. What's bothering me specifically are people who are wanting to use PvP as a way of sort of getting revenge on other people in the community or whatever the case is. I just see a lot of bad things coming from it. But knowing Hello Games, I think that they're going to have a controlled sort of PvP situation where it's not going to be what we think it is. It'll still be fun and exciting, but I don't think that it's going to be like, you know, I don't think the level of griefing is going to be quite like what we see in other games. So I was just kind of having a bad moment with some stuff that went down with Tempest and the Consortium. So, but I'm Sword and you know, Stark Wolf and the guys over at the Consortium are helping me to kind of get past that and get over that. So. Actually, what missions do I need to take right now? Oh, this way. The recovering all the Atlas seeds is the thing I need to do to get Remembrance, right? I want to get Remembrance or something. I need to get that. Yeah, it seems like Wizard. It seems like every time they do a major update, there has to be a reset, just because of the way that the procedural generation works in the game. So I'm thinking that that's just, you know, I used to name planets like fun, interesting names, and like you know, like call outs to sci-fi movies that I like and stuff like that. But I've kind of stopped doing that, just because I never know how anything is going to change. So it can be a tricky proposition. But yeah. Hey, Sword, what are you talking about? Getting on what? Hey, what's going on, Matador? Thanks for coming in the chat. What's popping with you? Semtex, in relation to a comment that I said like an hour ago, because I'm slow on the chat today. But he basically says, yeah, man, it's been a blast, surreal. I gutted, or I missed you live last night. Yeah, man, that'd have been cool for you to be there. I've been enjoying the streams that you and Sword have been putting together, though, so I'm always lurking, you know. I might not be able to get on while you guys are live, but I always try to check out streams and from everybody and stuff like that. I'm loving the colors on this planet, dude. Damn, that shit caught me off guard. Wow. Hell yeah.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
Ooh, Bacon Pancakes sub Sword's channel. I recommend everybody else do the same. So, you know, do a sub raid. If you guys haven't subbed to Sword's channel, sub. Because not only can you learn a lot from Sword in terms of trade routes and building farms and technology and getting nanites and all the stuff that he does, he's actually just a really cool, funny guy, and a lot of fun to just listen to and talk to and chat with, and he's got a lot of passion for No Man's Sky. So check it out. Remus says, who the fuck wants revenge on anyone in No Man's Sky? People. I'm not going to get into it. But Wizard says, No Man's Sky is an exploration game. They won't make it a free-for-all PvP. Let's hope that however they do it, they're smart about how they implement it, and I have full confidence that Hello Games will do that. Remus says, I think I might do a series where I show off nice planets in Eisentime and other ships and other stuff around. Yeah, dude, I fully support that. So, do that. I don't know if you guys saw, one of my favorite series recently was when Mac Foraday did his stream of 1.0. Because most people did not play the 1.0 version of No Man's Sky. They played the day one patch. And so Mac Foraday took it all the way back and played the 1.0. And it was a very different game. It's interesting to see, you know, how far it's gone and how everything's evolved. Oh, where's the damn terminal? Shouldn't there be a terminal somewhere? Did I miss it? There we go. Anybody keeping a stash of this residual goop shit just in case it becomes important in the next update? Sword, you got 97 subs, dude? That's pretty awesome, dude. My comms, hubs detected a garbled message sent with strange resonance. Qualities not usual, given atypical qualities of local space-time in this quadrant. System spent several cycles attempting to reconstruct the missing elements of the message to no avail. Analysis indicates that the signal shows signs of degradation corresponding to initial transmission occurring before the planet I was orbiting even formed. And yet my name was spoken, clearly amid the static and distortion. Yeah, it's weird how these terminals always know who you are, like you've been there before. I discover something coded deep inside the Long Traveler's... Oh, says that every time. Give me my nanites. Yeah. Woo woo. Okay, guys, this is just getting too cool. We got Peaceful Gamer in the chat. Peaceful Gamer says, I'm a professional lurker. Hell yeah, dude. Well, welcome back to the Hidden Panda Show. Thanks for joining the chat, Peaceful Gamer. I've been trying to make an attempt to be more of a peaceful gamer myself. So, that's pretty cool. By the way, since I got a few of you guys in here, I did want to say something that I'm pretty interested in and pretty cool, or pretty excited to start looking into, was my dad, because right now, you know, I'm in between work. So right now, while I'm not doing anything, I offered to help my dad with his job. He's the director of maintenance for a multi-billionaire private individual that owns his own, two actually, private jets. He owns a G5 and a G650. And so I offered to go help my dad out with the plane and do stuff and, like, not maintenance, but, like, you know, just kind of cleaning. We looked through the cockpit, and I've always been interested in, like, flying. That's why I play a lot of games like No Man's Sky, Elite Dangerous. You know, like, I was real big into Ace Combat, flight simulators. Like, I love stuff like that. So I might have an opportunity coming up. Not might. I'll make it happen. But I want to try to take my swing at becoming a pilot. And so I'm going to learn to become a pilot. And the pilot for the airplane that my dad is the director of is going to bring me on some flights and let me sit in the co-captain seat and sign off on my hours and show me the ropes. And, you know, I'm going to get a flight simulator program on the computer and a, you know, like a HOTUS, and just start kind of practicing and getting into it. It's something I've always wanted to do, but just been scared to pursue. And I figure, fuck, man, right now while I'm not doing anything, you know, let me see if I can do this. You know, I couldn't imagine a cooler job, man, than piloting an aircraft. You know what I mean? I'm sure it can be grueling and scary at times, but yeah. Semtex says hashtag Sword's a beast, and so is Panda. Panda is literally a beast. Thank you for noticing, Semtex. By the way, Semtex, I'm glad that you streamed with your camera on so that I can 100% be certain you're not Sean Murray. You really helped me get through a tough time in my life, and I was connecting you with someone that you weren't, and now I can't do that, and so thank you for getting me past that step. Nothing here. Damn it. I think Hello Games hate enough about the current state of gaming to not make multiplayer a pain in the ass. I agree, Peaceful Gamer. Sean Murray even mentioned that like his favorite thing about No Man's Sky was the loneliness of it, you know? I like that he stuck to his guns with that, by the way, because it was something that he always talked about before the game came out, that he felt it was important that the player felt alone. And, you know, we have been alone, and I think it's important to the storyline and the lore that we feel that way. And I like that aspect of the game as well. Like I was saying earlier, I think before you jumped on, Peaceful Gamer, I like that I can visit people and their builds and play with other people if I want. But most of the time, I play by myself because I like that feeling of, I like the feeling that there's other people in the universe besides myself, but the universe is so big that I may not run into them. You know, that was one of the big selling points for me when Sean Murray was advertising the game was, you know, you can see another player, but the chance of that happening was very low. Now, you know, obviously the reason why we couldn't see other players in actuality was because there was no player models, but it still doesn't change the feeling that, you know, that was a major selling point for me, was that it's like people are out there. Out there right now, Sword is building a farm. If he's not, I will shoot myself in the foot with a pistol. Well, I take that back because I like my foot too much. Sword is probably working, but when he gets off today, he's going to be farming. You know what I mean? And I like knowing that out there somewhere, there's a little guy named Sword who's making some badass farms for people to make money on. And I can choose to see him or not, because in between us are millions of points of light. It's really kind of cool when you think about it. So, even though we have multiplayer now, I really don't even take advantage of it as it stands. So, I don't know how involved I would get in multiplayer. But we'll see. Time will tell. They could release a really badass version of multiplayer, and then it might change my entire opinion about it. Find me a cool ship. Just a ruin. You are Godsmack says, told you you have the voice of a storyteller. I don't know about all that, but thank you. I will receive the compliment. Sword says, holy shit, bro, that's scary. I've seen you fly in No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is arcadey. I'm not taking it very seriously when I fly in this game. So, in everything else, I'm pretty fantastic, if I do say so myself. I'm a very good driver also. I'm just good at operating machinery in general. I used to work at this pipe yard, and part of my job was to drive a forklift. And bro, I was a beast on that forklift. You know, maybe the whole pilot thing won't work out. You know, maybe I won't be good enough, but it's worth a try. It's something I've always considered doing. Never had the guts to really pursue it, and now I want to.
Orbital station coordinates received.
Anomaly detected. Matador says, the sky is yours, Panda. Dude, I appreciate that. Like, seriously, guys, thank you for the encouragement. Like, seriously. This is going to sound weird, but on my personal YouTube channel, not the Hidden Panda Show, but just like my main account, I'm actually subbed to a channel where all I do is just watch flights to, like, cities around the world. And then it wasn't until, like, I was helping my dad out on that plane, and I was walking around on the wing, and I got a chance to like look in the cockpit of it and sit in the seat and look at all the control panels and all that kind of stuff, where I was like, yeah, I could totally do this. So what I'll do for you guys that have Snapchat actually is on the Hidden Panda Show, I gotta stop flying through the door like that. On the Hidden Panda Show Twitter account, I'll post my Snapchat code, and you guys follow me on there. And you know, I don't post often, but you know, I'll post to my story and stuff like that. You guys get a little, you know, see what I'm up to when I'm not playing No Man's Sky. Peaceful Gamer says, make sure you practice landings as much as takeoffs and keep the feds off your ass. Hell yeah, dude. Well, when I first started playing Elite Dangerous, I was pretty terrible at it because I'd never played a space, because it's not the same as flying. You're in zero gravity, and your axes are all different. You have 360 degrees that you can move around it. You know what I mean? The ship it can do whatever it wants, basically. It's impossible stuff that you can't really do in an airplane. But once I kind of figured out the controls and stuff in Elite Dangerous, I'm pretty solid at takeoffs and landings, and you know, requesting permission to dock with the space station and stuff like that. Which I think that'd be something cool in No Man's Sky, is that you have to request permission to dock at a space station. And if you're in a system and that space station is owned by or is controlled by a species that you don't have a lot of respect with, they could potentially deny your access to the space station, and you have to earn a better relationship status with that particular species in order to. I don't know. It's a cool concept of Elite Dangerous. I think would apply pretty good in No Man's Sky, is requesting landing at a space station. Whenever Semtex and Game Mode are on a stream together, I get confused as fuck. Hell yeah, dude. What do you, I mean, guys, Game Mode. One of my favorite human beings ever. The good homie Steve. Hi, my name is Steve. And we are friends, or something like that. I can't remember. But Steve is awesome. And I love following him on Twitter, and he's such a big supporter of all the different No Man's Sky communities out there. He's such a nice guy and such a positive guy. He's basically the British version of Sword. And Semtex too. I just haven't been watching Semtex as long as I've been watching Game Mode, but Semtex is a really cool guy, and a lot of fun to watch his streams, especially when you get Sword. Sword is just crazy. What? No warp cells this time? Bro, use a cheap atlas. Sword with the conspiracy theories. No, I know that's semtex, man. Don't put me back in that tinfoil land. Semtex says I don't think I'll live it down without a camera. Hey, take control, man. That's what it's about, dude. Get caught up on the chat here before I look into this lore. That's why he couldn't stream last night. The guy who plays Semtex on screen had a family emergency. Oh, I'm sure. What's going on, Sand Iron Pillay? Welcome back to the Hidden Panda Show. Thanks for jumping in the chat, dude. It's good to see you. Man, I've got all the good people in the chat today, man. Thank you guys for stopping by. Seriously, so legit right now. So legit. I feel the staring of heresy within my mind. At each interface, an atlas stone awaits me. I am driven to gather them. But to what end? Why does the Omnipotent require my prayer? What is wrong with the heart of existence that this Creator requires this pilgrimage, this dance of grinding stones? It's Cassini. I answer the question. I will not turn away from the challenge. The atlas guides me. I will answer its call. Pew! Dark matter. On to the next one. Oh, for those that haven't noticed, I've been so jealous of Just Jared and his jetpack Theta and all the videos of his hub adventures where he seemingly never touched the ground. I myself have acquired the jetpack Theta thanks to Sword, because I've never come across Omegon in the game. But Sword told me if you build a trade terminal on your freighter, you always have access to Omegon, which is true. And so Sword, thank you. And now, I can fly. Oops. Ha. He's got that new S-Class alien. Hi, my name is Steve, and you're gonna die. Peaceful Gamer says, so glad No Man's Sky Con is being pushed back to the weekend before next. It will feel like last year's stream when Sean dropped his email right in the middle of it. Okay, first of all, I am just absolutely stunned because I'm a very random person and have very random thoughts. So when I see a name like Custard Horror in the chat, I have to stop what I'm doing to just waft in the genius of it. And Custard Horror has some great advice for all of us. With great flying comes great ankle breakage. Unless you're in an Atlas station. Apparently, your ankles are stronger. But, welcome to the Hidden Panda Show, Custard Horror. Thank you for dropping in the chat. And, Custard Horror. That is so fucking genius. Anyway. No, I agree, Peaceful Gamer. I like that he pushed it back as well. Because the excitement around that time is going to be so palpable. It just seems like a really good time to do it, and there's going to be a lot of interest in the community for people that that have Xbox that have been waiting for No Man's Sky and stuff like that too. So I thought that was a pretty good idea. What economy system is this? Got a trading post over here. Let's see if we can't find this an exotic. What would you guys do, okay, if Sean Murray called into Cobra TV on a subcast? I would probably explode, like literally just burst into flames. I get excited at the fact that semtex, at least to me, sort of sounds like Sean Murray. So imagine if he was actually there. I don't know what would happen. It would be unsafe. Potentially, there could be... I'm not even going to say it. I was going to make a comment about body fluids, but we won't go there. Custard Horror says, "You're very kind, sir." Oh, Sandhyron, you said you really want this one? What I can do is I can give you the portal code to the system that I got it from. It's my old system that I was living in before I moved to the Consortium hub, and they fly around pretty regularly there. If you're lucky, it's very rare, but every now and again you'll see the white and gold one that was from the Waking Titan ARG with all the plumage and everything. And I've only seen it, the only time that I saw it was a time that I couldn't buy it. And then now that I have this one, I've seen it a couple of times, but I like this one because this one has sort of like a gunmetal gray color. I don't know how easy it's going to be to see that, but it's sort of like, I kind of just dig the uniformity of it, but there's a really cool gold and white one that appears in my old home system. And if you message me on Twitter at the Hidden Panda Show, I will send you the portal codes to that planet, and you can claim a base there. I moved out, and try to get you one of these. These are really cool, man. I love these. I have 3 exotics total. Give it a few minutes and we'll see what lands here. Alexisek says, rumor has it that Rayrod might be able to get his mod working on PS4. Yeah, I heard about him discussing that, that he's waiting on a few things to try to get that to work. And whatever I have to do to my PlayStation to get that to run would be pretty sweet. But, you know, maybe we won't need the mods. If Sean Murray, you know, gives us ring planets and stuff like that in the next update and we get increased variety and stuff, it might not be as necessary or as desirable to have mods. But that being said, mods would just be really fucking cool, I feel like. Basically, we're all in agreement that some sort of fluid would discharge from our body if Sean Murray came on Cobra TV. Peaceful Gamer says he'd pee 100%. Semtex said he'd lose his shit. So I guess much like a bird, it would just roll out of your body, I'm assuming. Oh, lose your shit like lose your mind. I was still thinking body fluids. God damn it. That was probably a really weird thing to say. I'm sorry. What? I've never seen one of these with wings that big. Oh, that is too cool. Wish it wasn't yellow though. But man, that is cool. don't like that one so much. Sorry for the blue screen, guys. Grammy invited me to a chat party. Not sure exactly when, but Grammy, if you happen to be watching the stream, I created my my chat in the Hidden Panda Show PlayStation 4 community, so you can find it there. It's always open, and you can join in if you want to jump on the show. So. And there goes the leg breakage that Mustard Horror was talking about. Ah! I hate those kind of haulers. I'm not seeing anything, guys. Probably gonna split from here. How much do I bet that in the middle of the stream, Sean is going to drop the trailer? That would be pretty sick, dude, if he did. Legit. Yeah, you guys need to subscribe to Hello Games Tube and put notifications on, because whenever an update comes, they drop a trailer that highlights some of the features and stuff. So if you guys happen to be at work or something when it hits, then hell yeah. Oh, Sandiron, you're in Eisenton? So that portal code probably would do absolutely fuck all for you, huh? I'm sorry, man. Holy snaps. What's going on, Boondock? Thank you for jumping in the chat, Boondocks. Good to see you around, buddy. Sorry I've been missing your streams lately. I've been trying to remain busy, and just haven't. Whenever you stream, it just happens to be at a time where I can't really jump on. However, I was really liking your Beyond Two Souls stream. That game has a great storyline, and I'm a big fan of that series that you did. So I'm gonna be downloading H1Z1 though, just to try it out. Everybody's telling me to give it a shot. So, and I know you've been playing that recently, so I might see you there. We'll put a comm ball down. I'm back in the old Galactic hub, just for now, before I head back to the Consortium hub. So, for anybody that travels through the old hub, leaving a comm ball here at Trade Outpost for you. It's kind of a nice planet. Not really my style though. Hell yeah, Boondock. That'd be awesome, dude. Also, Jewbear, he's been playing that as well, and so he's the one who told me to download it. So maybe we can all get in on there one day and have a great laugh and play some Battle Royale. By the way, guys, if any of you have Twitch accounts and you're not you haven't seen Boondock's stuff or whatever, go to Twitch, man. Go to Boondock Games. He's got a good crew over there, and there's a lot of other great streamers that are on there as well. And Twitch has a really solid No Man's Sky community also. So over there, you can find Melamoni and K5RTO, or Cult, as some of you may know him. Dave Langer and stuff like that, and then of course, the one and only Boone. And that's just to name a few. There's a lot of solid folks over on Twitch. I'm liking this planet. Or moon, rather. Boone, you excited for the next update, man? You excited for multiplayer improvements, player models, possibly customizable player models, some sort of new ship that we've been getting hints at in the ARG? What's your level of excitement, man? Patrick O'Neill says Boondock Games is the man, except he's stingy with the daboons. Stingy. I don't know why I said stingy. Wait, what was this planet called? Oh. Ooh, this little guy's far away. Probably gonna have a proper desert planet over here. Sandhyron Pillay says these next few months are gonna be epic. Yep, I agree. Yes, exactly, Sword. The server needs to be fixed. I hate showing up to a base I'm really excited to see, and it's not there. God, that's irritating. Ooh, I get to fight. Yes. No, I refuse. Alright, guys, I'm gonna ignore the chat for the foreseeable next 5 minutes. Yeah, come on, come on. Oh, shit. Dude, I wish you could maneuver the same way that these enemies can. These guys can turn on a dime. Oh, I'm getting nervous. There we go. Come on, block. Man, the target assistance can sometimes be rubbish. Where was that planet? Damn it. Nope. 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 There. There it is. Hey, what's going on, Ryder? Glad to see you back on the chat, dude. Thanks for coming back by. Alright, guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to put this thing on autopilot. I got to go ask the wife a question real quick. Alright, I'm back. Take a quick sip of coffee. Oh man, this looks like my kind of place right here. Custard Horror, I agree. This is a pretty cool planet. With an atrocious amount of aluminum. God. Holy cow. Oh, my worst nightmare. We have mantis crabs. Ugh. They are very cool looking, though. Yes. Can't say I've seen a creature quite like this one. I mean, it has a hippopotamus face. Wow. Penetration much? Jesus. Well, that's a cool rock feature. Haven't seen anything like this before. I mean, that's like proper, like, weathering effects. Super cool. Let's get back to the ship and get to the next Atlas interface. And just like that, we have a hole in the ground. I hope that either they get rid of the lasher plants in the next update, or they add a tremendous variety of them. The most annoying thing about lasher plants is that it's the same plant that exists on every planet. And that is just a no-no to me. Murder them all. I'm drinking a cup of coffee right now, and it's pretty delish, if I do say so myself. Oh, that's going to be a cool shot. Sorry, guys. Okay. On to the next place.
Orbital station coordinates received.
J-Spot says Venus flytrap. Yeah, dude. Something like that. Or like, what about some crazy vine? How cool would that be? Like if there was like a vine, you know what I mean? And it was like a, you know, could like wrap around your leg or something. I mean, I don't know. We just, if we're gonna have plants that attack, we need more than just that one plant. And they know that. How many people have complained about the lasher plants on like live streams and shit? Part of me thinks that sometimes Sean Murray just trolls us, y'all. I really do feel that way. The picture contest. But Patrick O'Neill says the lasher plants are cockroaches on No Man's Sky, everywhere. Yeah, that is a 100% accurate statement. That is basically what they are. Like I would like to see like, well, I don't want to see it, but I'd like to know what their reproductive cycle is like. Like, how does it send its seeds to the other planets, you know what I mean? Like, how is it possible that you are on 18 quintillion planets, or whatever the hell the number is? Ugh, sorry about that. Just had to let my dog outside. You have learned the Korvax word for enthusiast. Seriously cool. Peaceful Gamer says, before launch, there was mention of carnivorous plants that snatched birds out of the sky. Yeah, I need that. And not just a tall or a lasher plant that snatches birds out of the sky. Something different. Just like J-Spot said, like a Venus flytrap tree. Like a tree that, like, when things fly by, including yourself, it might just snatch you up. Fully adaptable fungal viral mold carried by asteroids. Okay, Sand Iron Pillay, is this a theory that you've always had? Because that is such a good way that, like, I feel like you had that one canned, just waiting for someone on a stream to be like me, like some idiot, to just be like, how did these things get on every planet? To just have that answer prepared to say, well, fully adaptable fungal viral mold carried by asteroids. Not that you sound like that, but that is such a smart answer. The mold spores travel into space and attach themselves to debris that take them all over the universe. There's a theory that that's how water got to Earth, was a comet smashing it with a bunch of ice on it. I'm not sure how that theory works scientifically, but I've heard of it before. Funny Imp says, sup my dudes? What's going on, Funny Imps? Thanks for hanging out with me yesterday, by the way, and jumping in. That's pretty cool. And by pretty cool, I mean fucking awesome. By the way, guys, Funny Imps has a YouTube channel, and you should check it out. One of the videos that he made about a farm that he built was featured on the Galactic Consortium Future Farm Friday for everyone to visit. So, if the servers ever work. Custard Horror says Lasher cover passing Sentinels and Lasher seed. It's pretty gross. Hell yeah. Alright, so what do we got here? Oh, snap. What are these people? What? When I dream, I see the Atlas. When I see the Atlas, I am the dream. I see Sentinels swarm through universes like an infection, emerging from a world of glass. Everything is happy there. Everything will live. I see the portals. I see the travelers that walk between them. I see the span of history. I see everything as the Atlas sees it, alone, abandoned, terrified. But what power can instill fear in the heart of the Almighty? It asks for something. It wants to know that I understand. I have become the Harbinger, the Pathfinder, the Seeker of Ways. Through me the universe will know itself. Pretty cool. So, like, do I talk to these people, or like what is this? Like, I'm done here, right, guys? Like, I don't, I feel like that begs to be interacted with more. Like, what is happening here? Oh, The Purge 3 of 16. Oh, I guess I got a ways to go. Custard Horse says, I love the little floating dudes, but they don't do anything except look creepy. Yeah. Like, what is that? Like, okay, that's a Gek. A Corvex. And a Viking. Huh. Crazy, crazy. I always thought they represented a Gek, Viking, and Corvus. Yeah, that's what they look like. Like the three major races. Well, I got your message. It's been a lot to take in, a simulation, everything's not real. It feels like it doesn't matter, I suppose. Not if we're going to die anyway. And 'cause I've been thinking about that. If the problems of this universe are due to the Atlas crying for help, then it's been crying for a long time. Those 16 minutes. I'll bet we have years before we die. Well, what do you plan to do, man? Paula says, I've been thinking a lot about it. How we couldn't meet, even though we seem to be standing in the same place. Total call out to the release of the game, by the way, where two players met up and did not see each other. I love how they've taken what has happened and then, like, incorporated it into the story somehow. So cool. I don't think we really were in the same location at all. I think those portals, they don't transport us. They transform us. They cut through dimensions. That's what I think anyway. It's the only way to explain it. Totally talking about the different instances. And if the walls between worlds really are falling, maybe we'll be able to have a drink together before the apocalypse after all. Dude. Maybe I'm tinfoiling a little too hard, but to me that is totally the writing in the game saying players met up, couldn't see each other, here's some lore that explains why that couldn't happen. This will tie you over until this next update where you can see each other. So tight. Like, am I wrong? Or is like that legit? You know what I mean? I say goodbye telling Apollo that I am on a journey to the center. They tell me that they will race me there. Well, if it's in an exocraft, you will probably fucking beat me, because I don't know if you guys saw when I live streamed that, but let's just say it was sad. We speak of the memories we have shared, though we did not know each other for very long, though we did not meet. They say that they are proud to have worked with me. Goodbye, friend. Peace, dog. Ooh, transmission tower detected. Maybe we get a crash ship, perhaps? Perchance? It'd be cool if you were able to walk through that. Hell yeah. Okay, hold on, y'all. We got Slade, excuse my language, fucking Braddock in the chat right now. That's literally his name, by the way. It's Slade. And then, in parentheses, like, fucking Braddock. So, it's a pretty cool middle name, Slade. I like it. Slayed the blade. Slayed the blade, the pirate who always gets paid. And now, we're freestyle rapping. Peaceful Gamer says, also look up the expanding Earth theory. It makes much more sense than the shifting tectonic plate models to me. I have actually seen that, and the way that they shrink the planet and then all of the continents fit together perfectly, and then when they expand it, how they separate, it is such a cool theory. I don't know how much scientific weight it has, but it's definitely cool to think about, and it actually makes sense. Wait, hold the fuck up. Are these like Final Fantasy chocobos? Am I seeing that? Oh, dude, I thought these were like gonna be those chocobos. About to start riding these things. Check it out, guys. That's a that is a Favier from The Last Jedi. Let's get out of this hot rain. Custard Horror says No Man's Sky's lore is really meta. Yeah, certainly is. Funny Imp says if you're willing to play along with the ARG, then the game lore, it all adds up. See, I've been following along. Are these air sharks? Bro, this planet is tripping me out right now. What the fuck? Okay. What? Different kinds. What is going on? Oh, that is just too damn cool. Wow. That was awesome. Yeah, I've always followed the ARG lore, but like not really dove into the game lore a whole lot. I mean, I know of it, and I know there's a lot of it there, but I'm definitely not on Empty Bench's like level, like, or Rick McPherson, as some of you know him. Like he that guy, his knowledge of the lore is insane. But yeah. Oh shit, here we go. Check this out. Stark Wolf over here freaking out. Oh dang, Slade is here. Slade, you are a popular man, buddy. Custard Horror says Slade the Blade helps your girlfriend get laid. Yes. And also go sub Slade's channel as well. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Like, what makes this community different than any other community out there is the level of support we have for each other's content. Like, for example, HiddenJewAgenda, the other half of the Hidden Panda show, he's in a band, and they go on tour, and, like, they actually get requested by larger bands to open up for them at different venues and stuff like that. But they're sort of like a punk rock, you know, sort of band. Not everybody's cup of tea. But You Are Godsmacked took the time to watch the video, like it, comment, and say, hey, it's really not my style of music, but well done, and just showing my support out there. Like, that is the kind of community that we have, guys. So, you know, if somebody is streaming No Man's Sky, talking No Man's Sky, whatever, they are pushing the success of this game forward actively. And if they're creating a positive aura around the game, they 100% need our support. So, like, shout outs to Peaceful Gamer, Slade Braddock, Sword the Horde, Semtex, Funny Imps, Boondock. If you have a channel, go ahead and let people know about it in the chat so that they can click on that bad boy and, like, sub. Seriously. Slade Braddock says, head trauma. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Sanhyron Pillay says, I want massive versions of these animals flying around the sky. Dude. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've seen like one species in the sky before, but I've never seen two simultaneously flying around like this. I mean, it is just too cool. Oh, that's so gross. Ugh. Awesome. On to the next Atlas interface, and then I'm going to call it a day. Oh my god. MZK, what's going on, brother? Thank you for jumping in the chat. I mean that, really. So just to let you know what I'm doing, MZK, basically the next update is going to come here next month, and we'll probably have some new story and everything associated with it. And I've not completed the Atlas path and the Artemis questline. Well, I guess I completed the Artemis questline, or I'm working on it, one of the two. So I'm just trying to wrap all that stuff up before the next update, so that I don't feel like I'm missing out on any story or anything like that. I don't know how this update's going to affect or change anything, and what access I'll have to do these missions in the future, so I'm trying to get it all done now. Oh, need to make a warp drive real quick. What do I need? Thamium? Son of a bitch. Alright, space station, where you at? Custard Horror says, and to die. There are very few people that have, like, catchphrases that are really memorable. MZK is one of them. You have Just Jared, where he says, "Hi guys, it's Just Jared, but you can just call me Jared." Fucking love that. Like, literally the best thing ever. And then MZK, Skimp Boot Gamer here, and today. Like, I love that. It's legit. And for those that don't know, it's not Gimbo Gamer or something like that. It's Skint Boot Gamer. I've seen so many people say like Gimbo, Gembo, Gumbo. Welcome to New Orleans, Gumbo Gamer here. You ever just wish you could punch one of these guys in the back of the head? Is that weird? Oh man, cool. Thank you for having nothing I need. Appreciate that. Damn, MCK getting some serious love in the chat right now. That's what's up, dude. Got some fans. By the way, MZK, while you're in the chat, if you're still in the chat, I just want to say congratulations on your 10,000 subs. Well deserved. When I first started watching your channel, I didn't know what to think, so I didn't like you. But now I do, if it is not already apparent. Also, thank you for responding to my comment the other day and telling me that I had left you the best comment in the world. I was really proud of that one. And, yeah. What? No plutonium? Rubbish. I mean, thamium? That's bullshit. So, you guys remember when I said it, that my brain is random and like I have random thoughts pop in my head? So here's how random I am. I watched one of MZK's videos, and then I commented, your videos make me want to take an ice bath in a latex suit with just the nipples cut out. Don't know why I said it. Just sounded really funny to me. MILF bow. Peaceful Gamer says, I'm almost done with the Atlas path, then need to get the Artemis one to get the glyphs. Yep. Or you could just do the TOG glyph path. That's the quickest and easiest way. But yeah. Oh, MZK. If you're still there. And for everybody else that hasn't seen it, here's my wonderful collection of, well, you saw my freighter, which is just ballin' AF right now. And then this is my one of my exotics. Then this is my fighter. Love the X-Wing style cockpit fighters. Those are really cool. Love the ball exotic here with the rotating thrusters on it. One of my all-time faves. Got the little blue bug right here. Love this style. Got this fighter. Madly in love with that one. And then I got my Dragon 48 slot hauler with the turbine wings. It's good shit. Pretty excited. Took me a really long time to get all this stuff, guys. Right. Other way. Can I buy Thamium here? Please, please, please. Oh, and while I have this pulled up, I can actually show you. So, here we have it, Omegon. If you build a trade terminal in your freighter, you can buy Omegon. Period. Exciting times. So I have as much access to, or I have access to as much as that as I want. So pretty cool. All right, let's whip up this warp cell, baby. Yeah, we'll put it in my freighter. Alexi Sec says, YouTube Streamers Club right here. Hell yeah, dude. I got everybody in the chat today, dude. Friggin' Boondock came by, MZK, like, Sword the Horde, Semtex, Funny Imps. Dude, I got everybody here. By the way, guys, Alexi Sec has, if you're playing on PC, permadeath / survival, you got to see his farms. And that is me talking directly to MZK. MZK, you have got to get in contact with AlexiSec and visit his badass PC permadeath / survival farms. They're fucking dope. Just saying. Alright. Except me, LOL. Do not go to my channel. It's embarrassingly empty. Aw, man. Put up more content. MZK says, "Aw, thank you. That comment was gracious." Yeah, dude. Just saying. I would love to see a change in that warp animation. Am I right, guys? Sword says, good thing Panda has the camera off today. What would you guys do? How weird would that be? Wait, this is that camera thing that floats around, right? From the ambient mode that people figured out how to unlock on PC? That's gotta mean something. Huh. What would you guys do, like, if I started streaming and then, like, I had the camera turned on and I was just in a latex bodysuit and an ice bath with, like, MZK saying, "and today" on a loop with just nipple cutouts? Be really fucking weird, right? Yeah, I think so. I'm glad I was streaming when that happened. Just got rejected hard. Hashtag Alexicorps. Hell yeah, dude. Panda, Panda, Panda. What's going on, Cuz Walt? Sword says, awesome job to hit 10K, buddy. Hell yeah. Huge, man. That's a huge milestone. You know, I mean, not to brag or anything, but you know, your boy Panda at 645 right now. You know, kind of new to the whole YouTube thing, but you know. No, seriously, guys, thank you for the show of support, like, for real. I still remember having phone calls with Hidden Jew. Whenever we had like 35 subs, we were like freaking out, and like we had 2 or 3 people watching like one of our live streams. So to have like 645 subscribers, to me, that's huge. But MZK hitting 10,000, man, that's next level goodness right there. And you deserve it too, man. You put a lot of content out. You always stay on top of the latest news. I would like to see you stream more, though. It's easy. It doesn't take a lot of time, and people get to see you and interact with you, man. I like when you stream. I like talking to you. When are you going to? MZK, do you have any plans on? Because you said that you're just basically down the street from Hello Games. Are you ever going to build up the courage and go down there and knock on the door and see how those guys are doing? I'm jealous that you live that close, man. If I lived there, oh my gosh, I'd already tried to go by there. I'd be bringing them brownies and cookies and saying thank you and all kinds of shit. I know he's not in the chat, but give it up for L Plays as well, man. That guy's just a super positive guy. And I love the content that he's doing. I love the Waking Titan stuff that he's covering. And really big fan of L Plays, man. And Robot Boy. Literally all these channels, like they all need a subscriber from you guys if you guys aren't subbed already. Like, Robot Boy's relatively new to covering No Man's Sky, and like he's got really good content, and he helps people too. He helps different people in the community with different things, with their channels and videos. So he, you know, has he likes to give back to the community. We need more of that. Matador says that's a sweet exotic. Yeah, man, I'm really happy with it. It's the same one from the ARG. I was talking about that earlier, actually. But yeah, it's like the same one from the ARG. Well, at this point, I'm so far behind in the chat, I don't know which one you were talking about. Maybe on my freighter. But yeah. MZK says, we need ship customization so badly. I want decals. God damn. I know. And like the ability to like I don't know if you guys ever played the Skate video games, like EA Skate, Skate 2, Skate 3, Skate, you know, whatever. I think it was Skate 3. They allowed you to start your own skate crew and company, and you could create like your own logo and stuff like that. Like, how cool would that be if they added that mechanic to No Man's Sky? So that the factions that Sean Murray talked about were player run, where you can go in, you can design your own decal and create your own faction. That would be awesome, and just go like sticker slap all your freighters and ships and stuff. There's a lot they can do. There's a lot they can do with freighters. There's a lot they can do with space stations that they're not capitalizing on. Space stations are giant objects. There needs to be garages there where you can customize your spaceship and get new paint jobs and add hard points and stuff like that. Similar things you should be able to do inside your freighter. I wish you could separately pilot your freighter. That would be awesome. There's a lot, and I'm sure they've considered all of these things, and that they, over time, will start finding some ways to incorporate a lot of this stuff. But yeah. J-Spot says, so like a onesie with the nipple cut out. Hell yeah. Slade, I love that hauler too, man. I actually found that in Slade's Circuits, or in Sword's Circuit City system, where he has that farm. I like needed to buy something from the space station. I stopped in there, and when I came out, that ship was there. And I had to have it, dude. And I just, because I was going to his farm, I already had the hauler that I had previously. It was with me already, and it was only like 30-something slot hauler. So when I saw that one and it was 48 slot, I just immediately had to get it. So hell yeah. MZK says Skate 4 needs to come out for fuck's sake. That's EA for you, man. It's like everybody wants it, but like they're not doing anything about it. And then there's that poor guy that he's been trying to cover Skate 4, like the X7 Albert. Have you guys ever heard of this guy, X7 Albert? This guy has been trying to cover a game that doesn't even exist, bro. That's how bad people want Skate 4. And like EA's like, fuck it. You know what I mean? It's so crazy. MZK says, I love editing, man. It's so satisfying. That's true. You don't get the option to do that on a stream. I mean, you could, if you wanted to put the work into it, you could get like a OBS software and stuff like that and do that kind of thing. But Funny Imp seems to agree that, you know, streaming is definitely easier. But hell yeah. Oh, and by the way, big shout out to Spellcheck. Thanks for joining the chat. Good to see you back. Alright, so here we go. Some more lore. The act of discovery, for discovery's sake, now seems like a foolish conceit. I have rejected the path of the, what does that say? Itinerant? I can't read it from here, I'm too far away. I have rejected the call of the stars. Itinerant. There, I can actually see it now. Whew. Stigmatism can be a bitch. Only the Atlas matters now. With each encounter, I feel as if I understand a little more. All of us are what we are. Evil arrives in the individual, and goodness is not enough. True greatness lies in sorrow, in the embrace of what we must become. Conform. There has never been any other choice than this one. I go on, we go on, eternal, forever searching. So I'm assuming that all of these things are used to craft remembrance. Is that right for you guys that have already done all this? Is that what's sort of happening there? Because I keep walking into these buildings, and I see these like servers, and there's a terminal, and it says I need remembrance. Whatever the fuck that is. Since Spellcheck just jumped in, I'll go ahead and go to one more Atlas station, and then we'll call it a day. OZK says, oh hell no, yeah, Sony Vegas is the way. Oh, I guess you guys are talking about editing software. Hell yeah. Anyways, gotta shoot off, Panda. Enjoy the rest of your stream. I'll see you later, guys and gals. See you, MZK. Man, it was really cool to see him in here, dude. How about that, man? MCK swinging in the chat, guys. Pretty fucking cool. Yeah, you need the final seed crafted to make remembrance. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. So I'm glad that we got some clarification there for sure. MZK kind of touched on something. So he said, yeah, Vegas Pro is the way to go. I guess in terms of video editing software. If you guys have ever used like Adobe Premiere or Vegas before, there's a lot of things that you can do. It has a lot of capabilities, and it's got a learning curve to it. You know, and those type of softwares can be pretty expensive. So for anybody that's like watching this, that's been maybe wanting to start a YouTube channel or thinking about making videos or whatever the case is, there's a program that I recommend that it's very easy to get to learn, and then after you've been using it for a while, you know, feel free to upgrade to a more powerful and more expensive video editing software. But there's a software called Filmora Pro, and you can find it on sale usually for like $35, okay? Or you can, like, for a year, or you can get a coupon code and buy the entire license for like $80. And there's all these different animation packs and all this kind of stuff, and it's like, it's what I use, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I need something that's easy for me to figure out to make an edited video, and you could manipulate the audio, you can upscale things to 4K, you can add cool animations and lower thirds and titles and, you know, stuff like that. And so, you know, for anybody that's interested in starting a channel, which, you know, I highly recommend doing, just because you're going to meet cool people in the community that way. And No Man's Sky is like the most open and accepting community in gaming, so you're going to instantly, you know, if you're a nice and positive person, you're instantly going to have people watching your channel. So if it's something you've been considering doing, do it. You're not going to regret that. But check out Filmora if you're trying to do it on a budget, or you're just kind of wanting to play around with it, and you're not really ready to make the investment of like $300 to $500 for like a really powerful video editing software. Custard Horror says, thanks for streaming, Panda. Fun seeing the No Man's Sky All-Stars in the chat later. Hell yeah, man. Take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. And, dude, if you're playing No Man's Sky and you've been playing since release date, you're an all-star already. YouTube channel or not, man. We've all stuck in here and you know, really built this community. And in a way, if you really think about it, as much as we'd like to give Hello Games credit, you know, we helped to build this game. This game is a departure from what it was when it came out. It's going to be an even further departure when the update, when the next update comes. And that says a lot about Hello Games and how they listen to the community. But it says a lot about you guys for, you know, not just, you know, rolling over and giving up on things that, you know, I like the game that came out. You know, things can always be better. You know, I always fully expected them to work on the game and improve the game, and all of you guys supporting everybody's YouTube channels and being really supportive, like with the Hidden Panda show specifically, like we speculate a lot. Sometimes we have, you know, information that leads us to that sort of speculation. Sometimes it's baseless. As long as you don't confuse speculation with expectation, it's always going to be okay. And it's really important, I think, for the ongoing development of the game, because Sean Murray and the people at Hello Games themselves said that they watch the community. Okay, they watch what we're doing out there, and they know what our expectations are and what we'd like to see. And within reason, I feel like they're always going to work to try to make a lot of those things come true. Sean Murray, in an interview himself, said not everything is possible in No Man's Sky, but a lot of things are possible with No Man's Sky. And I think that, like he said himself, this is a game that's going to be ever-growing, ever-changing, ever-evolving. And you guys supporting each other and being positive and talking about features in the game you like, features you don't like, things you'd like to see, areas you'd like to see improvement on, they really listen to that stuff. And they fix it. Think about all the quality of life improvements that came with Pathfinder and with Atlas Rises. Particularly Atlas Rises with regard to inventory management. Think about how easy crafting is right now in No Man's Sky. You know, it's easier to craft now in No Man's Sky than it's ever been. right? You can craft multiple things at once. You know, like they listen to this stuff, they take it in, they probably have a meeting about it. Can it be done? And then they do it. There's no doubt in my mind that's how it works. So, you know, like I said, man, you guys being positive and supporting each other's channels and each other's live streams and getting involved in the different communities, you help to shape and build this game and introduce this game to new people and so on. And now that we have this community, it's like fate, right? Because the game is being re-released as next on Xbox One. And there's going to be a community that's going to be entering this game that has a lot of hate surrounding it. But they're going to be walking into like one of the most accepting, if not the most accepting and positive video game communities ever, right? And so we're all just going to make even more friends. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a documentary about this game, the controversy, the updates, the improvements, the community. You know, I mean, you got Cobra TV, who's putting together his own convention for No Man's Sky. You know, this is just as much our baby as it is Hello Games. Man, I didn't realize how much words you can learn at Atlas stations. J-Spot says, I am an all-star. No, you definitely are. See you, Stark Wolf. Stark Wolf out. Sounds a lot like Panda out, man. Hell yeah. Smash Mouth will be proud. Somebody once told me. Hell yeah. Name another Smash Mouth song. Probably can't. Matador says, I've been around since day one and I've loved No Man's Sky every step of the way. Hell yeah. Go make your kid dinner, man. That's what's up. Later, dude. Take it easy. Cuzwalt says, I'm imagining loading up my game when next drops No Man's Sky hype. Bro, it's gonna be so sick. So sick. Hell yeah. Slade says, Truth Panda community rocks. Hell yeah. Funnyham says, I'm either taking off the 24th or that Friday for a long weekend when next drops. You better make it up to your wife in advance. If you got a wife or girlfriend or whatever, you better sweeten her up. Prepare for that ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? Sand Iron says, I really can't name another one. I know. It's like everybody knows who Smash Mouth is, but it's like that one song. I know they did other ones, and they charted and had a couple of hits, but everybody only knows that one song. There are glimpses, half-remembered visions of a time before time. I see the birth of the first star. I see the things that dwelt within it, the eyes that watched. I see the Atlas, or I see what the Atlas saw at the moment of its activation. Atlas stones are not stones. This station is not a station. I am not what I think I am. I'm not even sure that I exist. The Atlas does not care. The Atlas demands its threnody, its reputation sublime. Anyone want to stream that day? You fucking know I will, dude. At some point that day. I silence my fears and renew my dedication to the path. Only the voyage matters. The destination calls to me. Hell yeah. I was wondering what cymatogen was used for. It's used to craft that. So HiddenJewAgenda's old home planet has a ton of cymatogen. Well, old home planet. He moved to the Consortium hub and then subsequently changed planets very quickly after getting there. So the planet that he initially moved to has a ton of cymatogen. So I need to get there at some point to craft all this stuff. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys jumping on the stream. Before I finish, I want to give a big shout out to Boondock, MZK, Peaceful Gamers, Sword, Slade Braddock, and all 2122 of you guys that stopped by the chat today. Cuz Walt, especially big shout out to Cuz Walt. I don't think that guy's ever not been in a stream. So it means a lot to me. I really appreciate the support from you guys. We're just a teeny tiny little channel, and I feel like I'm really a part of this community. So as always, I really appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for taking time out of your day to watch this stream. Thank you for all your comments. And I'll catch you guys later on in the No Man's Sky universe. Panda, out.